The World Health Organization, WHO, has predicted that by 2020 the number of breast cancer cases will jump to an alarming figure and 1 in every 8 women would run the risk of developing the disease in her lifetime. According to the American Cancer Society, 95% of new cases and 97% of breast cancer deaths occurred in women aged 40 years or above. Breast cancer is less common at a young age, 30s, but younger women tend to have more aggressive breast cancers than older women. Diet is thought to be partly responsible for about 30% to 40% of all cancers. No food or diet can prevent you from getting breast cancer. But some foods can make your body the healthiest it can be, boost your immune system, and help keep your risk for breast cancer as low as possible. Research has shown that getting the nutrients you need from a variety of foods, especially fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains, can make you feel your best and give your body the energy it needs. Eating food grown without pesticides may protect against unhealthy cell changes associated with pesticide use in animal studies. There is growing evidence that eating the right foods play an important part in helping to prevent breast cancer. While certain foods may protect against breast cancer, other foods may increase your risk. Top 10 superfoods to prevent breast cancer. 1. Leafy green vegetables. Kale, arugula, spinach, mustard greens, and chard are just a few of the leafy green vegetables that may have anti-cancer properties. Leafy green vegetables contain carotenoid antioxidants, including beta-carotene, lutein, and zeaxanthin, higher blood levels of which are associated with reduced breast cancer risk. An analysis of 8 studies in over 7,000 people found that women with higher levels of carotenoids had a significantly reduced risk of breast cancer, compared with women with lower levels. Likewise, a follow-up study in over 32,000 women linked higher blood levels of total carotenoids to an 18 to 28% reduced risk of breast cancer, as well as a reduced risk of recurrence and death in those who already had breast cancer. What's more, research reveals that a high intake of folate, a B vitamin concentrated in green leafy vegetables, may protect against breast cancer. 2. Citrus fruits. Citrus fruits are teeming with compounds that may protect against breast cancer, including folate, vitamin C, and carotenoids like beta-cryptoxanthin and beta-carotene, plus flavonoid antioxidants like quercetin, hesperetin, and naringenin. These nutrients provide antioxidant, anti-cancer, and anti-inflammatory effects. In fact, research ties citrus fruit to a reduced risk of many cancers, including breast cancer. A review of 6 studies in over 8,000 people linked high citrus intake to a 10% reduction in breast cancer risk. Citrus fruits include oranges, grapefruits, lemons, limes, and tangerines. 3. Fatty fish. Fatty fish, including salmon, sardines, and mackerel, are known for their impressive health benefits. Their omega-3 fats, selenium, and antioxidants like canthaxanthin may offer cancer protective effects. Some studies show that eating fatty fish may specifically reduce your risk of breast cancer. A large analysis of 26 studies in 883,000 people found that those with the highest intake of seafood sources of omega-3s had up to a 14% reduced risk of breast cancer, compared with those who ate the lowest amount. Other studies report similar findings. Balancing your omega-3 to omega-6 ratio by eating more fatty fish and less refined oils and processed foods may help reduce your breast cancer risk as well. 4. Berries. Regularly enjoying berries may help lower your risk of certain cancers, including breast cancer. Berries' antioxidants, including flavonoids and anthocyanins, have been shown to protect against cellular damage, as well as the development and spread of cancer cells. Notably, a study in 75,929 women linked higher berry intake, and blueberries in particular, to a lower risk of estrogen receptor negative, breast cancer. 5. Fermented foods. Fermented foods like yogurt, kimchi, miso, and sauerkraut contain probiotics and other nutrients that may safeguard against breast cancer. A review of 27 studies linked fermented dairy products, such as yogurt and kefir, to a reduced risk of breast cancer in both Western and Asian populations. 6. Peaches, apples, and pears. Fruits, specifically peaches, apples, and pears, have been shown to safeguard against breast cancer. In a study in 75,929 women, those who consumed at least 2 servings of peaches per week had up to a 41% reduced risk of developing breast cancer. Interestingly, A test tube study revealed that polyphenol antioxidants from peaches inhibited the growth and spread of a breast cancer cell line. Furthermore, a study analyzing data from 272,098 women linked apple and pear intake to a lower risk of breast cancer. 7. Allium vegetables. Garlic, onions, and leeks are all allium vegetables that boast an array of nutrients, including organosulfur compounds, flavonoid antioxidants, and vitamin C. These may have powerful anti-cancer properties. A study in 660 women in Puerto Rico tied high garlic and onion intake to a reduced risk of breast cancer. 8. Cruciferous vegetables. Cruciferous vegetables, including cauliflower, cabbage, and broccoli, may help lower your risk of breast cancer. Cruciferous vegetables contain glucosinolate compounds, which your body can convert into molecules called isothiocyanates. These have significant anti-cancer potential. Notably, a study in 1,493 women linked higher total cruciferous vegetable intake with a reduced risk of breast cancer. 9. Beans. Beans are loaded with fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Specifically, their high fiber content may protect against breast cancer. A study in 2,571 women found that high bean intake reduced breast cancer risk by up to 20%, compared with low bean intake. Additionally, in a study in 1,260 Nigerian women, those with the highest intake of beans had up to a 28% reduced risk of breast cancer, compared with those with the lowest intake. 10. Herbs and spices. Herbs and spices like parsley, rosemary, oregano, thyme, turmeric, curry, and ginger contain plant compounds that may help protect against breast cancer. These include vitamins, fatty acids, and polyphenol antioxidants. For example, oregano boasts the antioxidants carvacrol and rosmaric acid, which test tube studies have found to exhibit significant anti-cancer effects against aggressive breast cancer cell lines. Curcumin, the main active compound in turmeric, has also demonstrated significant anti-cancer properties, as has apigenin, a flavonoid concentrated in parsley. As many other herbs and spices have powerful anti-cancer effects as well, it's a good idea to include a wide variety in your diet. Foods to avoid. While certain foods may protect against breast cancer, other foods may increase your risk. Should avoid them altogether. 1. Alcohol. Alcohol use, especially heavy drinking, may significantly increase your risk of breast cancer. 2. Fast food. Eating fast food regularly is associated with many downsides, including an increased risk of heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and breast cancer. 3. Fried foods. Research shows that a diet high in fried foods may significantly increase your risk of breast cancer. Indeed, in a study in 620 Iranian women, fried food intake was the largest risk factor for breast cancer development. 4. Processed meats. Processed meats like bacon and sausage may raise your risk of breast cancer. One analysis of 15 studies linked high processed meat intake to a 9% greater breast cancer risk. 5. Added sugar. A diet high in added sugar may significantly raise your risk of breast cancer by increasing inflammation and the expression of certain enzymes related to cancer growth and spread. 6. Refined carbs. Diets high in refined carbs, including the typical Western diet, may increase breast cancer risk. Try replacing refined carbs like white bread and sugary baked goods with whole grain products and nutrient-dense veggies. Other factors help prevent breast cancer more effectively. 1. Vitamin D. Vitamin D from foods and sunlight exposure may help protect trusted source against breast cancer. Vitamin D is present in eggs, cold water fish, and fortified products. 2. Green tea. Green tea may have several beneficial health effects. It contains antioxidants, and these may help strengthen the immune system and reduce the risk of breast cancer. 3. Turmeric. Turmeric is a yellow spice that may have anti-inflammatory properties that could limit the growth of breast cancer cells. 4. Skincare products. Some research suggests that certain skincare products may increase breast cancer risk. For example, antiperspirant use is tied to an increased risk of breast cancer, though more research is needed. 5. Pesticides. Exposure to pesticides, as well as compounds known as endocrine disruptors found in materials like plastic, may raise breast cancer risk. 6. Maintaining a healthy body weight is beneficial for well-being in general, but it is particularly important for people who wish to prevent the development or recurrence of breast cancer. 7. Exercise is also important. The National Cancer Institute report that women who exercise for 4 hours per week or longer have a lower risk of breast cancer. Memorize. Following a nutritious diet rich in foods like leafy greens, fatty fish, citrus fruits, beans, berries, and certain herbs and spices may help reduce breast cancer risk. Remember to completely cut out foods that increase your risk of breast cancer.